What's going on, everybody? Here we are again with another video. Happy Monday? Oh man, Mondays are rough. And today is really rough. Yesterday we had a really good Sunday, but it was very short-lived. A lot of people were looking to today of maybe having the rally that started yesterday continuing, and it didn't happen. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about a lot of things that are happening in crypto and why this is so different. If you guys like this, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Interesting thing is during these times is probably the most important time to be in the space and to get knowledge and kind of get a feel of what not just me, what other people are saying, and learn from those of us that have made a whole bunch of mistakes. Yeah, we continue to make mistakes, but we've learned from a lot of them. And, one of those is selling because of emotion or whatnot, and buying because of emotion as well. And so here we go, guys. The market today, it's looking not good compared to yesterday, especially. And as you guys can see, it is red everywhere. Look at the memes. The memes, they're getting completely demolished. Look at this. It just continues. Oh my. Look at all this red. Isn't that insane? Even Peanut that had I don't know how much in the green, and look at that, it's pretty much ate most of it away. What else? This AI companion is practically the only thing still green in the last 24 hours, but other than that, just bleeding heavily. A lot of double-digit bleeds. UFD was actually quite a bit in the green, as you guys can see, in the last 7 days, and even that is bleeding quite a bit. And then here's Pepe Coin. Pepe Coin was all the way down here somewhere, and it's made its way up because a lot of other projects have bled more, or have been bleeding more. And well, that's the situation. But Apu here is kind of trying to come back, Andy as well. So yeah, let's take a look at Pepe Coin. Last week when I did the last video, it was at 58 cents. Today back at 57. So pretty much, let me show you what happened. This was yesterday. Boom. There was this news that there was a crypto reserve that's being considered, and it pumped everything a lot. And then today, it just went right back down. And I saw Peppercorn and Base AI. They had this move. It was a V-shape recovery or retracery. I don't know how you say that, but it just did a whole round trip. Right, it went up and it came right back down, right where it left off. Actually, a little bit higher than where it was before. So hopefully this is good, but we're keeping an eye on it. Now, there is a possibility that I will get more peppercorn. I am really considering getting more because that quick jump gave me good vibes. Maybe it was a dead cat bounce, as some people say, but I think there's much more things happening behind closed door that we're not privy to, that's manipulating the life out of this space. Book of Ethereum buoy also going down now, so it's cooling off quite a bit after that crazy run. And chunk also down 9.5%. GameStop 17%. I mean, everything just pretty much got pummeled. And you see here also with Base AI went to like almost 120 almost, and it came right back down. Did the whole thing, the whole peppercorn round tripping. It did it. And Kekistan also the red, and I think that's it. So markets not looking too good. So let's go over here and let's take a look at these things. And this is what I want you guys to continue to think about. If you're still in this space, if you're still considering to get in this space, or if you are here for the long run or whatever, or if you're frustrated with what's going on. So Trump just announced a strategic Bitcoin reserve and people are selling. Right, Crypto Rover is saying this, but it wasn't just a strategic Bitcoin reserve, it was a crypto reserve. And the announcement yesterday that pumped everything was that it was gonna have XRP, Cardano, and Solana. And everything started pumping. You would think, right, that crypto Twitter would be absolutely ecstatic about it, like super happy about the fact that there is a crypto reserve that's being considered. But nope, the Bitcoin maxis came out swinging that only Bitcoin should be in the reserve. The everybody maxi, everybody that's in their own chain and they love that chain so much, they just started bashing on other projects. And I'm thinking to myself, my goodness, this place is just filled with a whole bunch of kids. Like we cannot possibly celebrate a win here for the entire space, where everybody just starts bickering. Oh, why this? Even Peter, what's his name? The one that hates Bitcoin. Even he came out in defense of Bitcoin. You can't make this stuff up. He came out to defend Bitcoin, that he understands Bitcoin because it's digital gold and this and that. And I'm like, oh my goodness. What I never thought I'd hear that person say. Oh, man, I can't. When I want to recall his name, that Peter, I can't. Anywho, whatever. I'm pretty sure you guys know who it is. This is the biggest Bitcoin hater. And he was defending Bitcoin because there's the potential of having Ethereum and XRP and Solana and Cardano in it. He went bananas with the XRP and Solana and Cardano. I don't think he's too crazy, negative about Ethereum. But anyhow, really, really interesting how this market is just so into themselves, man. It's just a complete fight. If Bitcoin goes up, it takes everything else with it. I know this cycle does feel different, huh? It's really interesting. And anyways, so we have that good news, right? The strategic crypto reserve. Raul Paul says here the U.S. government is literally telling you that they're going to kickstart alt season by buying your bags. But then we see this. We see this. Look at all this red. Look at all this red. Why? Why? Maybe because it was they just said they haven't really, proposed anything in concrete. Maybe that's the case. But really interesting how this space just is using every single big announcement as a sell-off. I mean, they buy. And then, whoever was holding whoever was holding for a while that wanted to get rid of this, so they just dump. And they just start dumping. Oh, man. Really, this place is filled with a whole bunch of, I don't know, lettuce hands, paper hands, kale hands. I don't know. Cointelegraph here. The SEC declares meme coins are not considered security. I know in the last video we covered this, but this is another good news. So we have this good news. We have the good news of the crypto reserve. We have the good news of all these SEC problems with exchanges and whatnot. And so all these SEC lawsuits, they're all being dropped. And it is probably one of the most weird crypto bull run that we're seeing, because there is not one good news really that can actually pump the space and actually sustain it. Like you may get a quick pump, but then you get right away a complete dump. And I think that's why Samson Mao here has been, saying for some time, this was February 19th, that these moves, the Bitcoin moves, they look manufactured. You know what's another word for manufacturer? And it also starts with an M. Yes, you got that right. Manipulated. Yes, exactly. Yes. So he said here, Samson Mao warns Bitcoin's movement looks manufactured and possibly suppressed as it trades in an unnaturally tight range despite heavy institutional buying. And this is where I think this whole space it's kind of like going in the wrong direction, that all the big boys are coming in and they are just pumping and dumping as they please, pumping and dumping. And I think that what ultimately they're trying to do is have everybody capitulate so they could buy everything extremely cheap. And then they'll allow us to have a bull run, or a bull run for themselves, because everybody else would have capitulated. I mean, I'm not thinking of selling anything really anytime soon. Even if it takes another year or two, I waited all this time. No, I'm not gonna sell. But that's my stance. I'm digging my heels, deeper in the ground, and I'm sure that there's a lot of other folks that are doing the same. But I think this is ultimately what is happening in the space. Is there's a lot of manipulation going on, and there's a lot of people on Twitter X that are just saying, what is going on? Like, all this is just completely weird. They're crying foul because it is becoming so obvious. So was it? No, not yesterday. So when was the last time that we made a video? I think it was Friday. So check this out. There was a guy that went ahead and he leveraged $4 million. Okay. And he put that $4 million on Bitcoin, I think it was. And then he put some more on Ethereum. Or I don't know. It was the one or the other. I know that he put some leverage play on both of them. And one was, I don't know, like 70 something million. And the other one was like 200 million. Because he was doing like 50x, okay, on these plays. And he did this, I think it was Saturday, sometimes Saturday evening, something like that. On Sunday, okay, in the morning, people were all saying how this person, oh my goodness, he's going to get completely liquidated. He's going to lose so much money. He's going to lose so much money. He's going to lose so much money. And then some other people were saying, oh, is there something that he knows that nobody else knows? Well, again, here we go, the word, not manufacturer, but manipulation. This person, okay, must have been very well connected, because what happened yesterday, Sunday? You guys got that right. The tweet went out of the crypto reserve. His bags pumped like crazy, and he made, I think it was like $6 million, okay, on that trade. Sold his position, and boom. I think in a matter of 24 hours or something like that, that person did $6 million. You think that somebody that has no clue what's going on, they're going to pretty much sacrifice $4 million? Of course, they're not going to just throw $4 million away just because they woke up that day, deciding, oh, you know what, we're just going to throw $4 million away in the market. Absolutely not. So, I mean, there's a lot of insider trading, I imagine, that's going on. And I know it's been going on for some time. But right now, it seems to be happening like at very large scale and with big players, that it's just becoming too obvious. Okay. And it's really messing up the space. And a lot of people will eventually say, you know what? Kind of like the same thing that happened with the VCs, right? And people will get tired. Sooner or later, people are going to get tired, and they're going to say, you know what? Forget this whole thing, taking whatever little bit of money I have left and just leave completely and not come back at all. And I don't think that's the way to play the game, right? The same thing happened with the VCs, right? Where the VCs were front running everybody, and they would quote unquote risk putting the money in up front, but then they were getting these allocations that were so extremely favorable then when the project would release, it would be like billions of dollar valuation. They get a whole bunch of money, dump everything on retail, and then the project would practically just crash. People started getting angry about it. So you know what? Forget this, bro. Like there's no point in doing that. That's why we saw that whole craze about meme coins. Oh, and meme coins are, more organic, this and that. But they found a way also, and I'm not gonna say that it was just VCs, but people just cannot possibly contain themselves, right? And they just really, it doesn't matter how good something is. It's like human beings just find a way to want to just destroy the thing, like just mess it up. And so that was the problem early on, right? And then Pump That Fund came out, and it was like, oh my goodness. That thing was like the assembly line on extreme steroids, okay? And probably weed and everything. Just crazy with the amount of projects, quote unquote, right? A whole bunch of scam memes and oh my goodness, what a nightmare. A lot of rambling. Sorry, guys. It's just this space. It's like it wants to literally self-destruct for some reason. It's always in like just wanting to just destroy itself. And now that we have a pro crypto president and administration all together, it's like, yeah, let's go ahead and mess it up, everybody. Let's really mess it up. Let's mess it up. Or every time that this president goes ahead and does something, say something positive or announces something positive, it's yeah, and then we're just fighting amongst ourselves, and I hate you and you hate me. Man, such an emotional place, guys. You gotta calm down. And I get it. So there's two bands here. Maybe three. But there's two bands, okay? There's the people that already made it, that have millions and millions of dollars. And they're the ones telling the rest of us that are nowhere near millions of dollars, okay? They're telling us, oh, take it easy, guys. Take it easy, or whatever. Or you can't hold, or this, or that. Or, like it's so easy for them to, disregard, right? That we're hurting. Because they got plenty of money. But when they were in our place back in 2017 and before, or whatever, I'm sure that they were really angry and just as upset as some of us are, right? I mean, I keep myself cool as much as I can. But what I'm trying to get at is there's a whole bunch of us that we cannot see past the little bit of money that we have. And so we're trying to hold on to it as much as we can. And we make a whole bunch of decisions that ultimately end up hurting us, right? Whether it is buying a scam coin, whether it is buying a good project, but selling when everything is dumping, and then buying again when everything is pumping. The fact that we cannot control our emotions. There's just so much that's happening because we want to make it, whatever it is that we're trying to attain, whether it is $1 million or $500,000 or $100,000 or $10 million, whatever that goal is. I know that most people want to get there within days, right? The sad reality is it's not going to happen within days. Can it happen within years? Yes. Very likely it can happen within years. But are people willing to wait years? A lot of them are going to tell you nope. And they'll sell and they'll leave and that's it and it's over. But what else is giving you a chance, right, to potentially retire you and your family line within a few years? Not a lot of things out there really are giving that opportunity. But then the people that made it, and this is what we're trying to get at, is the people that made it, they cannot seem to understand like our position of trying to get where they are because they're already there. I hope this makes sense, right? So you see all the people that have made it, that have all this money. Oh, you guys are so desperate. You can't wait a couple of years to do it, this and that. And that's what I was trying to get at. That when they were in our place back in 2017, the other people that have made it before them were telling them, oh, you can't wait a few years. So listen, what's the whole point of the rant is we have to go through a process. And that's just the bottom line. If you feel that this is where you want to be, you just gotta go through the process. And it's not an easy one, right? And the market is not going to give us what we want right away. We're gonna have to hurt for it. We're gonna have to cry for it. We're gonna have to, fight for it, plow through it, everything in order to earn it. So, anywho, all right. So, Bobius Pepperconius here wrote this thread, which I thought was really good. And it says, imagine Pepe Coin as a leveraged Pepe. Okay, so this is what a lot of people call the fake Pepe, right? Pepe ETH. So it says, imagine Pepe Coin as a leveraged Pepe. While now Pepe Coin went through much more significant correction than Pepe, we can see that it also did much more significant gains while running to the upside. Okay, so what targets can we expect if this happens again? So this is kind of like just giving us an idea. If Pepe Coin follows Pepe, how much, realistically speaking, more or less, how much can Pepe Coin run? Okay, using Pepe as a gauge. In previous upside, while Pepe did 46x off of the lows, Pepe Coin did 700x. Thus, Pepe Coin making 15x more gains than Pepe. Current correction is also more severe. While Pepe did 3.9x to the downside, Pepe Coin did 15x, which is 3.9x more downside for Pepe Coin than Pepe. So what he's saying here is that as Pepe moves, Pepe Coin moves exponentially more. Okay, and it's a double-edged sword, right? So the same way that it goes exponentially up is the same way that it also falls down exponentially. Okay. And so he's saying my conservative targets for Pepe for this cycle are between 20 to 50 billion dollars. This is for Pepe ETH, okay? The big Pepe. So he is saying that for Pepe, he expects a 20 to 50 billion dollar market cap. That is a 6 to 15x of the current low. So if Pepe Coin keeps the same 15x ratio against Pepe as in the first rise, we can expect Pepe Coin to achieve 90 to 225x. guys, from where Peppercoin is at today. Now, you might see this and you'll be like, oh, that's absolutely crazy. There's just absolutely no way. But if you think about it, a 100x from where Peppercoin is at right now is what? $57? Right? Let's see. It is, yeah, $57.63. A 100x from where it's at right now. That means you put in $100, you get back 10,000, right? I think that's about right. 10,000? Yes, you get $10,000 back. If you put in $1,000, of course you get $100,000 back, and $10,000 would be $1 million. Okay, that's pretty crazy. At this current price, is what he is saying that Peppercoin can achieve between a 90 to 225x. So a 200x is $104 more or less. That's insane. I mean, I know right now it doesn't feel like it. I mean, you know what? I'm not going to say it because I know people will probably be like, oh, here we go again. But anyways, I just thought that this was a pretty cool thread that Bobius Pepperconius here wrote. And yeah, so that's a little bit of hopium there, but I definitely think that that can be achievable for sure. As a matter of fact, what would be the market cap of Peppercoin if it were to hit a 100x? It would be a, let's see, so 62,600,000. It would be a $6.2 billion market cap. I know somebody over there probably said, oh my goodness, I gotta go buy myself some more Peppercoin. Yeah, because what, a 10x would be 620 million, a 100x is $6.2 billion. That's it, guys. I know it's a lot of money, but 6.2 billion when all these other coins could potentially be in the tens of billions. I don't know. Hold on to your horses. One last thing before I let you guys go. The Nacho NFT website. Guys, go check it out and check out the Dank Pepe gallery here. Very cool stuff, man. There's people that are already selling their NFTs, their PFPs. And this is a really cool art, man. Like, I really like this. I was actually considering and contemplating potentially buying another one. But you know what I find really fascinating about this, and I extremely enjoy? Right now, all these base tokens are technically worthless, right? Because, you know, the bridge has not been, you know, rolled out. They have not rolled out the bridge or anything like that. So there's no way in transacting, right, and going back and forth and buying and selling this token. And so this is really fascinating that this project, and not just this one, like all these NFT projects that are happening here, they are creating a market, okay, for people to transact with these tokens that are just sitting in a whole bunch of wallets just there. So, you know, that's actually a nice kind of workaround that Daz and Alex and some of the other folks are doing. That's actually helping the whole transaction, right? Being able to I mean, if you want to get rid of all your base tokens, again, I guess you can just come and buy all these NFT projects and I guess collect the art. I don't know. For me, I'm definitely not doing that. I'm holding most of my base tokens because I still feel that they're going to be very valuable, at some point in time. Right. Yeah, I was thinking that base AI, the team, the devs, I was thinking that maybe sometime this week they were going to say something. If the rally would have continued, I think that once sentiment does change, I think that's when they'll probably, again, this is just me, just guesswork here, okay, guys? I'm just assuming. And by the way, nothing here is financial advice. You guys are big boys and girls, and you guys know the decisions that you need to make that are favorable to your particular case. And so, so I was thinking that if the rally would have continued, a few days, I think that base AI would have probably released something. But if not, maybe next week they'll release something if we finally get a bounce back. And I think we are definitely going to see a bounce back very, very soon, because we've been, unless we're now in a bear market, right? Because we've been, going downhill for quite some time. And so the market is now going to start, at some point in time, it's going to start inflicting pain on the bears. So, because that's what the market does. This market is just a pain-inflicting market. And just keep an eye out that there is, I think today Trump is supposed to announce something, or maybe he did. Let's check Google and let's see if Trump has said Trump crypto announcement today. Let's see if Trump sends events around to surprise. Okay, no, nothing. Trump proposal to create crypto back system industry. Okay, no. So he hasn't said anything yet. So today he's supposed to come out and say something. And then on the 6th and on the 7th, there's going to be some summits that are going to be happening. And I don't know if maybe that's one of the reasons why there's a lot of selling that's happening. Maybe they are, front running or whatnot, or discouraging a whole bunch of people so that people could get out, so that then they could buy in when the news hits that, whatever it is that they're going to do. I don't know. The whole point is discourage a whole bunch of investors, hodlers, just have as much people as possible capitulate. Then they come and they scoop everything they can. And then it becomes, the best thing ever. Anywho, guys, I sure hope this, gives you hope, rage. Just hang in there, okay? Even if it's not in the next few months, if it is in the next couple of years, hey, listen, it is better than waiting till never, okay? And that's my take. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.